Okay. Let me see. Audio looks good. Everything looks good. Okay. We are in chapter 8, which is good because it's one past chapter 7, which is, of course, the nightmare. We lost. Who did we all lose last time? A bunch of good units, right? Dorothy Sue, and then, yeah, 2 healers. So we are currently down to 1 healer, which is not spectacular, but we're not dead, so always a positive. Let me see. No. Is anybody a yes? No is a yes. We didn't get Trek. We did get Zealot, which is funny, but we can't use him. Chunks of FE7. Oh yeah, Halloween. If you didn't see the 4 deaths, then you may have missed some of it. Yeah. Didn't Sophia get the rings? Yeah. At least Lelina. We'll see about Sophia. There's also Ray. And potentially Clarine. Although Clarine can't use offensive magic, so her promotion's kind of meh. But there is Ray as well. But yeah, last chapter was I won't say disaster because we didn't die, but made some errors. Just leave it at that. It's true. That is true. Walt is alive. To be fair, our Walt last time was alive at this point. Hopefully we can get him farther than he was last time. How good is our Walt? He's really bad, right? You know, it's actually not that bad. The problem with Walt is that I feel like his bases are just so bad in the first place, but, you know, 10 speed, 7 strength's a little low. His HP is also quite good, actually. As long as we have Walt, we have hope. So who do we have right now? I think this is a good time to take, like, a check. I haven't used Boars much at all, although his stats actually look pretty good. I know our weight is good. I know our lot is hella busted, which is accurate. And then I guess we have Noah, who hasn't gained any levels, but can be pretty good. We are gonna get Wendy and OJ could potentially be good. This time, yeah. I don't remember what he had last time, but I remember he's terrible. I was pretty disappointed. I was pretty disappointed he died, but I was also pretty disappointed because I was planning on making, which was actually gonna be really tedious, but I was gonna make an edit for YouTube that was just like, this is why you don't train Walt, and it was all his level ups because he was so bad. But then he wound up dying like just before I promoted him, so I never wound up doing it. But I don't remember exactly how bad he was last time, but I remember he was really bad. Really bad. You can actually have the hammer. There's actually some uses for the hammer in this chapter, as bad as the hammer is. Do you have any cool, like, staves for you? I have a torch staff. Oh, chain emojis are here of AJ. Thank you. Close enough. Close enough. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I'm just trying to think if I'm missing anything. We can't bring anybody. Yeah, we're kind of at a bottleneck as far as units to train at the moment, but we're about to get a decent amount of fun units, so not too worried about it. I think we're good to go. We don't need anyone specific. We just need Lelina to survive so we can go to the Gaiden chapter. I will say I do have to remember at some point we do have to train either Thani or Thea at level because we do need to go Ilya and not Sakai. Is that good? Should I put Wade way up there? I feel like I usually treat this map as being really easy because I have like really good Lance and Allen with good support, but I don't know if I trust Wade that much, I'm gonna be honest. I think he'd be alright. We do have B support with Lott. If Wade and Lott can get to A, that would be really really strong, I think. But yeah, we will be going Ilya because unfortunately we cannot do all of Sakai. which is kind of a bummer, but for some reason I just always go Sakai. So I like that Merlinus is along for the ride here too. Actually, is this Archer coming over to fight me like a bad thing? It's probably not. But he's a Steel Lance. I don't really trust that. I'm slightly worried about Wade here, but I believe. Oh, I should probably turn on his animation as well. Wait, he like did combat last chapter. Why didn't I turn on his animation? I don't know. Oh yeah, and I guess I'll say this. Not that the person who needs to hear this will probably hear this, but somebody commented on one of my YouTube videos about the previous part about the route we were gonna go, and then for some reason when I went to respond to it, it was like gone. I don't know if it got deleted or something. So if that person watches this video, because I'll upload this to YouTube, we're going Ilia because Sue died. So that's for you, person whose name I don't remember. And for anyone else who's curious. Let's see what we can do. Pretty good. I wouldn't mind getting a Boris kill here. Maybe a wall kill. There's all sorts of kills to be had here. How much speed does our Boris have? Oh, about to find out. 4? Okay. Alright. I really just want him to get strength, to be honest. Let's see, we have 2 more close ones kills. I mean, Lott doesn't really need kills. Definitely wall. What's your range? Okay. Sometimes I like to kill this archer through the wall, but we're not going to be able to have the range. I could actually longbow. That's fine. I probably shouldn't be wasting longbow hits because the longbow is actually extremely valuable, especially later on in the game. But as long as we don't run out, it should be okay. Lott is too strong. Okay, hold on. I need to turn on some people's animation because a lot of people that don't have animation on right now. Noah, Store, and eventually we want Lilina. There's actually a chapter much later in the game where you like really want a longbow. You don't always get a steel bow, my guy. Alright, we're just missing 85%. It's gonna be that kind of a stream. I can feel it. Hammered strats for a longbow. Honestly, that's not the worst idea in the world. The longbow is really good in this game. I don't know how it stacks up like statistically, but it's so good in the late game because like wyverns in the late game love to fly over mountains where you can't reach them. And on the Douglas chapter, you actually really want at least 2 longbow hits to kill a bolting mage that can only be ranged with longbow. So while that's a meme, you know, it's low-key kind of makes sense. Not the worst idea in the world. Okay, sweet. Wade is a pro at just barely not killing enemies. Which is good because Walt needs help. I don't know if I'll train Wade. Yeah, we are going to have a lot of bows. I do want to use Wade. The question is, are we going to have enough promotion items and enough room to train? I think we will. One of the nice things about this game is that on the chapter that I usually buy robes, you can buy promotion items. So we can always do that if we want. God, Lott's such a beast. But I suppose I don't know who else I really want to train. I mean, there is always Fur. We train Fur every single time. But other than her, I don't know who else I necessarily want to train. You can put him to 1, that's fine. Or you can just crit him. Why does Marcus love critting people so much? But Double Warrior actually sounds pretty dope. The problem with Wade is of course his speed, but late game bows with high damage is nice. Could be very nice, in fact, especially bow axe for like when you're fighting just non-stop wyverns. Oh, good level up. I don't hate that. I do not hate that. Plus, I'm not sure I've ever promoted Wade. Like, even on like casual runs of this game, I'm not sure I ever promoted Wade. So that might be fun. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I will train Wade. Right here. There's a Horse Slayer guy around here. The nice thing is we don't really have to worry too much about him because we really have no horse units. Yeah, this guy. But we do have to worry about him with Marcus. Okay, so can any of you actually kill this dude? It's not bad, and I do double. I'm assuming Walt is 0. Yeah, thank you, Walt. Appreciate your input. What about Noah? Okay, we could probably do this with Wade. Yeah, I like that. Heal Roy. I really should have given Roy the new rapier we got, but I forgot to give it to him. Oh, what's up, Zarkus? How's it going? Welcome back. You do be back. You really do, though. If Wade gets a speed on this level, I feel like he's the chosen one. I don't know. That's okay. I'm pretty sure Wade's already got enough speed, like as much speed as he's supposed to have when he promotes, so not too bad. Alright, let's make sure we're not getting Horse Slayered. That would be bad. Marcus at this point isn't obviously as useful as he was in the early game, but I don't want to just lose it for free. Also, we can't just transition to Zealot, so he does have a little bit more value to us than he normally would. Even at this stage. Yeah, Lott's the best. I mean, our Lott is busted. Absolutely insane. It's like 4 above speed right now. I'll be better with brave weapons. I mean, I think he could kill the final boss right now. I think if he had a brave axe, I'm pretty sure. Feel confident about that. Every chapter except for 4? Damn. I mean, Marcus is pretty awesome. He's pretty awesome. He is, for us, he is gonna, at the very least, you know, questionable. Oh no, not that. Questionable how much combat he'll be seeing, but he will definitely be deployed for a long time because we just don't have other people to deploy. I mean, he can always ferry around Roy at the very least. Sure. You know, Idune's just that bad. I think Lott right now could kill Idune, if I'm being honest. I believe. I mean, if Marcus doesn't die, he is going to be deployed. Because the thing is, because of the run we're doing, we don't exactly get like a late game infusion of good units. So he's going to be deployed for a long time. really want him to go on the pillar, but I don't think he will, so. Yeah, these hit rates, man. They're so bad. At least doubling gives us twice the chance to hit, which I guess is good. I guess is one way to look at it. Not twice the damage, just twice the chance to hit. And just be epic. I agree with that. Yeah, for sure. Because I think his weapon ranks are actually pretty good, especially with lances. So I think he can probably still offer a little bit of combat. But yeah, he will absolutely fall off in the late game. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Marcus from FE7, although obviously he's much stronger in FE7. But even in the end game, like the ability to ferry people around and stuff it's still useful, especially on a run like this where we can't just use any old cav to do those sorts of things. He's not bad. And if you do make him like as support with Roy, like, or anyone, I suppose, it'd be really good. Did the idiots come? No, not yet. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, and in FE6 he definitely falls off a lot harder. Not just because of his stats, but because of the enemies. But in FE7, yeah, especially his high resistance. Like, even as late as, like, Cog and stuff, he can still take hits relatively well. Although his offense is, you know, a bit stunted at that point, but... No, he's awesome in both games, for sure. FE6 also just has, like, a much broader cast that, it gives you a lot of like really strong pre-promotes in the late game. What's up, Zero? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Ooh, okay. It's weird to say that getting one stat is a good level up, but low key that was actually pretty good. I'll take that. It's on A support, dude. I bet Lance and Allen, like promoted good Lance and Allen with that support is like basically invincible. Because even just Lance and Allen A support is like essentially invincible, but... Alright, Zero, yeah, sounds good, man. Hopefully we don't do too many stupid things. Lott is refusing to hit, but his hit rate is also terrible, so can't really blame him. I guess I'll just kill the archer. Probably fine. That is true. That is true. You know, we're talking as casuals of Fire Emblem 6, but if we were truly taking this game seriously and we were pros, we would know that killing one of the calves to free up support turns, I guess, is the optimal way to play the game. But you know, we just play it for fun, so we don't really understand anything. That's way over our head. I think I'm just gonna... We're a little behind where I usually am, so I think I'm just gonna back up with these guys. I don't really trust any of these units, so yeah. Exactly, that's a great point. That's a great point. Because you already have, you know, Roy and Marcus support, so you don't need the other one. So you may as well just kill him. You don't need him for anything. Indeed, trust nobody. Not even yourself. Man, these archers are annoying. Their hit rates are terrible. Could we maybe kill an archer? Wait, the stupid archer is still alive, isn't he? Oh no, this is the new archer. God, they have 30 health. We gave these archers so much health. We can kill this guy pretty easily. I guess I can probably 10 times 2. Hold on. 10, okay. I'm okay with the 71%. Roy is the best lord in the series, that's very true. Because he can support with people, duh. The best logic I've ever heard. Jesus Christ, Marcus. You could get like a stat, that'd be pretty cool. He's gotten like 2 skill and that's it thus far. They were talking about a really great tier list. Really fantastic. Am I not in longbow range either? Oh, that's a bummer. She could have gotten some longbow value. Maybe I'll just whack this guy. I don't really want him to sit on the pillar, though. I don't think I'm worried about Noah. I could killer axe this guy, but I feel like that's kind of a waste. Oh, well, if we're just going to miss 85%, I guess it doesn't matter. The original raisins. The goat of Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem 6 at least. Yeah, he's got some interesting ideas. Very interesting ideas. Not ideas I necessarily agree with, but, you know, interesting ones, at the very least. I probably trust them to at least kill an archer, right? Yeah. I mean, he actually has pretty good defense, right? At this stage, yeah. He'll take like 4. That's fine. There's no way Walt's dead, right? I just assumed having 30 health would... Yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah, that's probably the most egregious thing. You know, tier lists are tier lists, and it's hard to, like... You know, it's hard to rank characters in the games and stuff, but... Man... Killing a Christmas Cav to, like, do all... That's just ludicrous to me. Pretty crazy stuff. Alright, Breath, you can do the most. Damn, an actual Barth hit. I've experienced a miracle. Alright, so... Perfect. Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Although, to be fair, I think I did watch him play one time. And what he was doing... It's interesting. I think his, like, approach to the game is just really different. And, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. The way he was playing was so strange. And, like, if that's the way he enjoys, you know, I'm all about it. But, I don't know. Didn't really make any sense to me. I don't know. People enjoy stuff differently. This is what it is. So I don't double? Okay. So this guy's probably gonna attack Barth. That's fine. He'll Walt. What level is everybody right now? We don't have that many promotion items. We do have a Hero's Crest. Okay, Lott 17. Like I said before, this game doesn't really require, like, tempo promotions unlike FE7, so I don't think I'm gonna, like, grind Lott necessarily, but it would be really nice to get him promoted by or on the first Isle chapter. Just for, like, boss clears and stuff. Smuggle a bitch about. Yeah, well, no, and I agree with that. I think, like, I agree you should play however you want, but then also, like, you know, other people are allowed to, you know, make fun of it and have their own opinions, which I think is accurate. I think I was just trying to, like, at the time I was trying to figure out why it was so different. You know, I don't claim to all my Fire Emblem opinions are 100% correct, but I think it's just, it's like the way that he approaches the game is so different from, like, the way that we would approach the game, I guess. Like, the thing, I don't know. It's interesting. Doesn't make it right, you know. Like, I remember watching, and to be fair, this is an incredibly small, cough, cough, Raven, low tier, cough, cough. And to be fair, yeah, people do challenge my own, firm opinions, and, obviously here and in my YouTube comments all the time, so I'm no expert, but, like, I don't know. I feel like at least, like, you know, where I have characters and stuff have, like, somewhat grounds in reality, you know? that might sound really shitty, I don't know. Who knows anything? What are we working with here? I'm a little bit worried. Mostly just because there's a mage here that I don't love. Marcus is no longer doubling. I think we're just going to do this. I feel pretty good about this. Lott is Lott. We got to remember that. You can actually use a hammer correctly. Oh, okay. Sorry. He can't use our hammer. Alright, well, apparently he can't use a hammer correctly. I spoke too soon on that one. I think he should be okay, though. I feel pretty good about it. His avoid has to be pretty good, right? 40, yeah. Just by proxy of having that really high speed. Alright, we'll let Barth do his thing over there. Wendy actually got a kill, which is pretty dope. We could get the Wendy revenge. How disastrous it was last time. Wendy's one of those characters that I always really want to train because she's such a meme, but it's so tedious because her stats are so bad and she's such a bad class. Video game with no significance on the world. I do like that. Yeah, it does seem kind of shitty. And, like, don't get me wrong, that's not a terrible take. It is easy to train fur. That is accurate. But, like, obviously Rucker's just way better. This is something actually I feel like people comment a lot. And I don't... It's, like, takes the... It's not wrong, but it doesn't, like... But it isn't right either, you know? Like, I have people comment all the time on, like, tier lists and stuff that'll say things like, well, I trained this character, you know, I took the time to train this character, and they wound up being really good for me, so why don't you think they're better? And it's like, if you take the time to train literally any character in any... Like, if you take the time to train Wendy, she can be a really solid unit. That doesn't make Wendy better than any other unit, you know? But if you put the time and investment, like, if you arena grind, you know, every unit's insane. And that's, I think, the disconnect with those sorts of takes, I guess you could say. Also, I think people just tend to feel like they're challenged on things. Like, you know, when you say that Rucker's better than Fur, or, like, I wouldn't recommend training Fur, because I wouldn't either on my, I've been making a YouTube series where I, like, go through the first 6 chapters, and I kind of give feedback when I get characters. I wouldn't recommend training Fur either. But that doesn't mean, like, if you like Fur, you shouldn't train her, or she can't be a good unit. But, like, she's not better than, you know, the alternatives. And that's just how it is. This is a little awkward. This is the problem we've been running into this entire playthrough, where I, like, use Lott, and then I have no offense on the entire rest of my team. But as long as we can kill this mage, I'll feel pretty good about this. One is really good. This character's really good. Yeah, exactly. That's true. It is just a game. It is just a game at the end of the day. That is very true. That is the most frustrating thing, right? That does make sense. It's like, we're all cool here. You can train whoever you want, dog. Like... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like Fire Emblem, Sacred Stones, right? I get so much pushback when I say that, like, the trainee units are bad in Sacred Stones. And it's like, again, you can absolutely use the trainee units. I mean, hell, the low tier Sacred Stones run we did was like all trainee units, and they like ruined the end game. They were just so powerful, but like they're not better than Seth or whatever. Like that's just not how that works. I really have anybody to finish. Oh wait, I have. What am I talking about? I literally set this up for Walt, and it was like, how am I gonna kill this archer? I'm a genius. Everyone share it. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, that's just like a life lesson, right? Like, be open to what people have to say. But people get stuck into their own ways. I think I was like that a lot. I think I still am like that, maybe too much, too rigid. When I first started streaming Fire Emblem, because you get a lot of comments of people who just they haven't played Fire Emblem as much as, I mean, I spent so much time with these games. And they ask stuff like that, or they have their own opinions on characters, and you really do feel like, oh, this guy doesn't even know. Like, this guy thinks that, like, Amelia's good. Like, what an idiot, But you gotta take a step back and be like, no, like, you're the one being an asshole in the situation, like. Between trainees and Tarvel Knight. That's another really good point. And like thing about basically all Fire Emblem games is like it's hard to. And this is like it with any game, right? Like it's hard to like I don't know, like because you have to be like, okay, do you play Fire Emblem? And then it has to be like, okay, like what are we playing on hard mode? Or are we playing Iron Man's? And it always like it just default sounds elitist, right? Whether you're trying to make it or not. And I think it gets that bad vibe partially because of people like, the person you're mentioning. Because they do have that era of them of like, I know better. R// Wait, what is that? Hold on. I mean, look, I love Amelia. She was amazing in our last playthrough. Oh, am I the asshole? I guess, yeah. Am I the asshole for shit-talking Amelia? That's funny. Yes. Stop shit-talking Amelia. She's the best character in Sacred Stones. Duh. Touch grass. Also smoke weed. That's always a good approach. Just chill out. I think that's the most important thing. That's a life lesson, right? The most important thing. There's a lot of important things in life. One of the most important things in life is just having perspective. Like at some point, you just need to. And this is what happened with me. Like when I would again, someone would comment like that a trainee unit is good, and I'd be like, no, I have to like set this guy straight, and then you have to take a step back and be like, you know what? Maybe this just isn't worth it. I didn't think about am I the asshole, but that's a really good way to put it. R/ am I the asshole? Am I in the right here? Everyone should just smoke more weed, let's face it. Let's face it. I'm glad we're talking about this because this chapter is hella boring. It'll get a little more interesting here in a second, but... Okay, so... Thankfully this thief does not attack Alina, otherwise we'd be super screwed here. What we want to do is what we always do, which is set up a little trap for our little calf. We're going to start setting that up. I actually want to open these front chests. Well, I might have messed this up. I should have opened this chest with Chad, but I think it's okay. I'll probably just have to like rescue drop a store. I think we should be fine. I forgot what I was doing for a second there. Where's Oh, Walt's so far away. Alright, these kills are like prime Walt kills, so let's wait on them. Offensive against other countries. That is probably true. Okay, we got Barth stationed up there. Perfect. Should be chilling here. Motherfucker smoked that shit a lot. They're happy as hell. Okay, this should actually be fine. Actually, this might be a better approach to this. We don't have to, like, trap them. We can just do like this, and they're both gonna have to, like, go, like, here and here, which should be totally fine. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. As long as they don't get stuck here. Merlinus being there is actually a little annoying. I want them to have a clear path, because I want them to make sure they actually come in here. I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be, but yeah, this will be a clear path to one of each chest, so let's just do that. Yeah, that should be great. And then we'll put Roy there, yeah, and then Lena needs to come over and get her Thunder. And we should be good. What's up, Wheelie? Yes, I was wondering if you'd mentioned that. Yes, it was an unfortunate game. I won't lie, I was extremely frustrated watching that game, but I've had my heart ripped out before, and I'll have it ripped out again. So it is what it is. It was a rough night, that's for sure. You know what? I also like the Dolphins, and we had some fortunate luck with them making the playoffs. I don't know if Tua is going to be playing, but kind of nice there. And I know your Seahawks are in the playoffs, so that's nice. Even though I hate the Seahawks, but that's fine. Alright, we got the trap nicely here. And now we just need to get out of this room. I have like 30 units in this room right now. Yeah, that's gonna be a rough look. That's for sure. That is the one, I guess, silver lining for me. Is that, like, I mean, we weren't gonna beat the 49ers. I mean, come on. But yeah. I mean, Seattle's chilling considering where the Broncos are and where they are. Let's face it. Let's face it. But yeah, definitely a rough look with that game. I was very frustrated. That was one of those, like, super frustrating games because it really did feel like we were owning the first half, and we had 9 points going into the second half. It's like, oh my god, we're just gonna lose. Like, there's just no way. 9 is just not enough. But okay, I guess it's Lena that has to talk to Roy. Get ourselves a free Thunder Tome here, which is not the most relevant thing in the world, but we'll take it. We're gonna rob Kath. Actually, this will be good. Does Wendy take damage? Where's Wendy? Where's Wendy? Why is Wendy way up there? We can actually murder this thief for some experience. How dare you? I love robbing Kath, because I hate Kath. She's so annoying. I think we're good. I think the reinforcements start now, yeah, from here. There is a, that knight has a killer lance that can be a little annoying. Hopefully we double here, that would be super cool. Wow. You know, I said that, but I didn't actually think you would. Dude, Boris is so dodgy. Alright, this would be a good kill for Wendy, though. I should get her back up there. Yeah, Cad. Just stay where you are. Yeah, Wall is just beast. Yeah, this is my wife, will you asshole. Am I the asshole? I love Kath. Look, I don't hate Kath, alright? And to be fair, I actually don't mind Kath that much. As long as you talk to Kath on every chapter you're supposed to, she's not that bad. But if the chapter she shows up on, if you forget one of the talking to, is so annoying. Can I do this? This is 20 damage. -9 is 11, so crit is 33 damage. No, that's probably pretty darn unsafe right there. You can't do this, though. I'm just gonna have Lott do that, I think. Okay, I think we're good. Sleep Marker? Yeah, I think so. I think so, because I guess they could have like made her like a Clarion Green unit where she just doesn't get attacked until she's recruited, but I think it's probably easier to just make her a red unit. That would be my assumption. Because she does definitely show up in areas where she would get instantly annihilated. It's probably also so she can walk through enemies to like get at the chests and stuff. Because maybe they couldn't. Maybe they can make it so green units couldn't get attacked. Oh, did the bow break? Oh, feels bad, man. They couldn't do that. Ooh, yeah, that's also a good point. So you can steal stuff from her. That is a great point. Your other thieves died. That is true. Although I do have a pretty consistent track record of losing thieves constantly, so it is useful for me to have literally 3 thieves. Alright, Wendy. Wendy, we are going to be here until you murder this thief, okay? I'm going to force you to do it. We get a kill for Lalina, but I think she probably gets 1 shot. 19. Yeah, super 1 shot. So we don't want any part of that. Here, Lott can kill this guy, because that way we can bait out the knight. Ah, these hit rates are just something else. Alright. That is true. Kath is a pretty terrible unit in this game. Oh my god, Lott is absolutely insane. Okay. I don't know what we did to deserve this Lott, but he is here. He is out here. Nobody can deny that. What does the crit look like against him? 20 minus 12 is 8, so it'd be like 26. That's not that bad. Plus we have weight support. Oh, you want to see his stats? Dude, he's so blessed. I'm actually curious. Where'd my thing go? We gotta check up on Lott. He's I think either normal or slightly below average in like every stat other than speed, but his speed is just so ridiculous. I mean, he's level 18. That is a pretty high level, but 17 speed is just nuts. I'm actually curious. So level 18, 41 health, 11.5 strength, so about the same. 10.5 skill, so about the same. He's supposed to have 12 speed, so we're 5 speed blessed at the moment. He's actually like luck blessed as well, and defense blessed, and his resistance is normal. Damn. Yeah, so he's like basically blessed across the board, except skill, and he's like super speed blessed. So he's supposed to have 12 speed right now. Let me tell you, this won't come as a surprise to anyone, but the difference between 12 and 17 speed is pretty dramatic. Jesus Christ. Nice. This is a good omen for Lalina. I mean, I love it. You love to see it. Our Bartru was pretty good last time, but he wasn't like speed blessed like this. This is very unique. Arth's doing a great job holding off the entire rebel army up there. Love to see it. Actually, if those mercenaries move first, it's going to be a little annoying. Because Lott's going to have to try to fight mercenaries. And... Okay, good. Actually bless. Actual factual. I mean, that's blessed. You don't see that a lot. You don't see 5 points more. Master point choker. He's doing a great job right now. An actual legend. I usually like to do that with Wendy because I just think it's funny, but Wendy can actually get some experience here, so... It does seem really low, doesn't it? It does definitely seem low. I think Lott is supposed to be a bit more bulky because he averages like, it's funny actually, he averages 1 more speed than strength, which is weird. But he averages 13 speed. Like, on promotion, his average is like 15 strength, which is like pretty low. But oh wow, he actually averages 14 defense, 15 speed. Lott's kind of dope. I genuinely think if Lott had the hit rates of the other GBA games, he would genuinely be a pretty good unit. But unfortunately, the hit rates in this game are just so god-awful. Yeah, other than skill, he's blessed across the board for sure. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely faster, especially considering the fact that both Dorcas and Bartru struggle in speed as much as they do. He is, yeah. That's what I mean. You don't see, like, you see units with, you know, slightly better or slightly worse stats. You don't see a unit this blessed very often. I mean, 5 is a lot. If Lott does, I'll cancel your career. Alright, well. Wait, like my... like my in-person career or my, like, Twitch career? Or both? I'm not sure I have much of a Twitch career. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Lott just as much as everybody, okay? I also don't want to see him die. I love Lott a lot. The Twitch career? Okay. Alright, I'm okay with that. I mean, just by, like, process of how these tend to go, I feel like Lott's probably gonna die at some point, but you never know. You never know. I mean, all we have to do is complete the Iron Man and have Lott not die. Easy. Lott will be your savior. I love everything you're saying right now. I hope so too. I agree. The lottery. Nice. There's no way Roy's dead here, right? That would be, like, insane. No. I have to be a little bit careful. Our units are not what you would call good, except Lott. So, we're being perhaps a little too aggressive here. But Lott is doing well. God, I cannot kill. Do I still have the Silver Lance? I got another Silver Lance and I just didn't equip it to Marcus. I am actually the best Fire Emblem player in the world. I think I'm just gonna back up here. Usually you can, like, be pretty aggressive on this chapter, but God, we just look terrible, guys. I don't know what else to say. That's when you'll follow when we complete the Iron Man? Alright. That's my goal. I have faith. I have faith. Yeah, no Gonzalez, unfortunately. Oh, this is a little awkward. I need to get Roy out of here. I feel pretty good about Marcus. 6. I mean, I think we just have to do this. I guess I can heal Marcus. Oh, unfollow. Sorry, you'll unfollow if Lott dies. Alright, well, we gotta keep Lott alive. I think Marcus is probably fine. There's a Steel Lance guy. That guy's a little worrisome. I don't really like any part of this. Well, hold on. 17 damage. Yeah, okay, let's just do this. It's not great, but... maybe because he's dead. Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately. It's hard to look Chad when you're in the ground. Okay, I'll take speed and skill. Those are both helpful. Alright, I think we're good. You definitely can't attack Clarion right now. Okay. Alright. Oh, we're actually done with those reinforcements. Okay, well that's helpful. Marcus should be okay. Well, you don't even have to worry about unfollowing because we're gonna dominate this this playthrough, and Lott's gonna be our MVP. Don't worry, it's gonna be insane. This time I won't put Roy in double bolting range. Okay, so this guy's still got full health, which is fine. Need to kill these soldiers, these mercenaries. They're super annoying. Roy's so juicy that that guy decided to attack him, and or I guess it's because the mercenaries moved first, but fine. Lott is gonna slay the thought. Is that Zephiel? Is this okay? We don't die to 2. Can any? Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. Wow, I just want everyone to take a second and understand that Lott doubles this mercenary. And yeah, that may be the only time in history that Lott has doubled that exact mercenary. A Lott has doubled that exact mercenary. How fast is this mercenary? Yeah, 13 speed. That would in fact do it. There's a chance that 2 javelins will attack Clarine, but I don't think we can prevent it altogether. I should probably do that if I can help it, which I can. I feel like we're fine, but we really cannot afford to lose another healer, given that that is our last healer as of right now. So. Actually buy a lottery ticket. This is 1 in a million, boys. 1 in a billion, maybe. I mean, he'll probably miss both attacks, but he can double him. Ooh, these Steel Lances hurt. I guess they don't know if they miss, but... yeah, only having 1 healer is definitely making this a little awkward. But we have Lott, so... big level up here, Well, my guy. We can do a little better than that, can't we? Okay, so we just talked about how blessed Lott is. How screwed is Walt? Level 15. He's supposed to have... oh my god, he's so bad. He's supposed to be bad. He's supposed to have 29 health. So we're actually 2 health HP blessed. He's supposed to have 9.5 strength, so we're a little strength screwed. 11 skill, so we're 2 skill screwed. 10.5 speed, so our speed is fine. He's like 2D. I mean, he is like kind of screwed, but mostly Walt just sucks. Let's face it. Mostly he's just terrible. Walt is a problem. Oh my god, Walt, seriously? Walt might be the worst unit in all of Fire Emblem. You know, I'm starting to think... I know we talk a lot about Wendy and Sophia, but I think Lott might just be the worst unit in this game. Oh god, he's so bad. No, not that. So he's worse than Sophia? I mean, he's not actually worse than Sophia. I'm just really annoyed with him right now. He's definitely not that bad. I actually think he's kind of good, but... just given the level ups we've experienced. Any unit that can shoot a bow at Chapter 7 Wyverns is a good unit in my book. But I'm also frustrated with him. I can't really kill this mercenary. I could definitely try. I kind of want to heal Marcus, though. Also, Sophia is like... I mean, when... yeah, I don't know. I was going to say Sophia's really frustrating to train, and then I thought about Wendy. Definitely a lot of frustrating units in this game. I mean, I'm down to go for this. Well, we tried. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, her level is really, really bad. Really bad. Also, Sophia and a lot of the weak units in this game really struggle from the fact that hit rates are just so bad in this game. I have to rescue Wool, I think, actually. Can I rescue Wool? Okay, I can. Maybe we're okay. Nobody with a javelin can actually get to Wool, and he can take another hit, right? 18 minus 5, yeah, just barely, but he can. I mean, Clearing's fine. She can take a javelin hit, right? 18 minus 3, yeah, okay. I think we're okay. Isn't exactly a great look, but we're not dead. Yeah, she's really bad. But just the, like, yeah, watching Flux, I will say, I don't know. I still think she's better than Wendy, but honestly, it's like comparing a turd to another turd. Like, whatever. They're both so bad. What's up, Brazilian butt wax? How's it going? Can I acquire your services? It's going well for me. Nobody's died yet, so that's positive. I hope all is well with you. Full Monty. You have Borza kill here? Probably. Ooh, what a beast. Also crack, ooh. I like it being thorough. How much do I trust Wade? With support, I actually trust him a decent amount. Yeah, I'm down. His defense is so bad. E6 round emulator. Oh! Yo. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I'm a big fan of Fire Emblem 6. What do you have? Javelin? Yeah. Everyone's got a javelin in this game. It's the most important area. I mean, it is the most neglected area, right? It's got to be the most important. This is fine. It always makes me really happy, actually, when people come in here and they say, like, I just started playing and it's like an older Fire Emblem. Actually, any Fire Emblem game, but like especially an older one. It's just cool to know that people are still playing these older ones, you know? I love to hear it. Eliminate run. Hell yeah, Hollow. Do it. These games are dope. I just love these old games. It's getting itchy. Dude, I bet you get hella swamp ass being on the battlefield for as long as these people are. Especially Lott, for how much combat he's seen. Do I have another heal, or am I kind of on... Oh, I actually have Merlinus, don't I? So I actually have infinite heals. This is one of the benefits of being forced to bring Merlinus on every chapter, because you don't have enough units, is you just have access to your convoy. You know, most people don't have access to their convoy in every map in Fire Emblem 6, but I'm a professional Fire Emblem 6 player, so I do. He's a strong, hairy man. He is. The strongest and the hairiest. Alright, that's not spectacular. God, I really can't kill these. Hold on, how much constitution do you have? 13. Do you get weighed down by 2? That means you'd have 6 speed. Yeah, it's not enough to double. Damn. Oh well, that's fine. The hammer remains the worst weapon in this entire game. Seems like he chafes. Lott is a fucking nightmare, I bet. Physically, he's amazing for us. You actually get one shot later. That's not cool. Let's not do that. This would be really nice. Oh, I have the Armor Slayer. Okay. I was about to say, you know, I keep complaining about that I didn't bring these weapons. Like, I didn't bring a Rapier for Roy, and I didn't bring a Silver Lance for Marcus. And I just have Merlinus, like, right there with us. That was a good level up. I will take that. Maybe I just like complaining, you know? Everyone's pretty safe here, right? We got hit, but... I mean, that's like 22 attack. That's not enough. Actually, Boars is a little iffy. I'll just do this. We'll just kill him next turn. Should be fine. Maybe I can get Lott I killed. That'd be cool. I kind of doubt it. Should probably get one shot again. I love that juicy Roy. Chapter's actually gone a little bit more awkwardly than it normally does, but be okay here. 16, yeah. The whole world one-shots Lott. Dude, Barth really should be getting experience for what he's currently doing. He is literally holding off the entire Rebel army up here. Alright. Here, well, I got some more kills for you. I'm sure it's going to take you 10 years to kill these units, but... I'll let Kath run around. She can do whatever she wants. Yeah, this is fine. We're just gonna have to wait for a Walt to kill these mages. What is Walt supposed to look like when he promotes? Oh damn, it's actually not that bad. He has 14.5 strength, 14.5 speed, 10 defense. I think promotion gains are a pretty big deal. Positioning here is a little awkward. Just back up. He's vulnerary. Oh yeah, we don't want Barth to attack. He's the unsung hero of this chapter. That's for sure. I actually had I did this once, and I was like I don't remember who I was doing it with. I think it was Barth, and I was letting him attack the archer, because I was like, oh, these are like steel sword guys, and like he can actually do pretty good. And then there's 2 armor slayer guys here, and yeah, Barth doesn't handle armor slayer guys particularly well. That was kind of a disaster. So now I just don't bother even attacking at all. I'll just let Wolf do his thing. Oh, we could farm soldiers with Lina. That's actually not a terrible idea at all. I'm a little bit worried about these archers. I probably just won't, because I'm sort of lazy and I kind of want to finish this chapter. But that's actually we could take that to the next level. It's actually not a terrible idea to like keep Wendy back there and let her like attack over the wall with the javelin. I'll have to remember that. Not a terrible idea at all. I'm not going to attack with the wall because if he misses, he could die. We could send wall. I don't really trust the other units like Wendy with the or Lilina with the archers, but I actually trust Walt a little bit. We could get some experience. I don't hate that. On way to the new Lance and Allen, I agree. I agree. Maybe even better. Yeah, I actually don't hate that. We can do that. If we're serious about Walt, we're not too far away from our first Orion's Bolt. Oh, he's god-awful. But I believe in him. I believe in our boy. I feel like we owe it to Walt, because I did want to promote him last run, and he died. I feel like this is me making it up from last run. Also, I kind of wanted to train an archer, and Dorothy and Sue are dead, so Walt is kind of our last option here. The sniper improvement gains. I was actually just looking at not the gains, but so it's +3 strength, +3 skill, +2 speed, +2 defense. Which isn't bad. Like I said, his Walt's averages as a level 1 sniper are like 14.5 strength, 14.5 speed. He's basically just gonna be like a slightly worse Clyde. Which is pretty bad when you put it in those terms, but that's pretty accurate, I think. Yeah, actually, it might be a slightly better Clyde now that I think about it. Let's say slightly better Clyde. That is true. That is true. We can't use Klein, so we're just going to make our own. We can't, to be fair, we can't use Klein or a green. I actually think, like, so we're training the fighters, so we're going to have access to bows in the endgame. But because we're not going to have Klein, a green, Shin, or Dion, training like an archer is probably not like the worst idea, honestly. your most music video. How does it know? It knows. It knows. Dude, that kind of shit happens to me all the time. I swear I like talk about something with my friends or whatever, and then suddenly YouTube's like, here's a video on that thing, and I'm like, it just knows. Well, I bet whatever video that is, it's really cool. You should totally watch that. Yeah, what level are these guys? 11. Yeah, actually getting a decent experience. How do we look against the boss? 22%. 20 with B support right there. 22%. Well, fuck it. He has 16%. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Maybe we'll hit. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I mean, he can't hit me either. On my front page. Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it? I used to have a friend a long time ago. Not a long time ago, a little while ago. And she was really into that kind of stuff. And I was always like, nah, that's like conspiracy theorist shit. Like, and then like, I don't know. It feels like it happens, right? It's weird. Whip Central. Do you like watching Fire Emblem characters miss each other over and over again? Because do I have the stream for you? Our battle will be legendary. It does. It really does happen. It's very true. The problem too is that we have to hit a couple in a row, otherwise. Why is he using his javelin? This is so stupid. All right, I'm at least gonna do this because we want to basically wait out Wall getting some kills in the north, so we can at least wait until that. This is so stupid. You're 22% is a 9.9%. That's really bad. Oh, that's not good at all. Ooh, okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The awkward thing about doing this is that if this... Oh, you know what we can do? Okay, we can go to this corner. Because the problem is if this archer moves, somebody's going to go kill Barth, and that's a problem. So I think I'm going to go to that corner. Anyways, back to this. Is 1 in 100. Oh, I believe. I believe. I mean, we got to hit eventually, right? I like those odds. That sounds great to me. %. Jesus Christ. The hammer is so bad. At least Wall can kill the archers up here. Hit him a level. Just need to stay out of that range. Alright, Lott, back at it. 9.9%. Never tell me the odds. We don't even have a crit, so we can't even get something like 1 in a million crit. If I had 1 crit, that would be so hype. Oh, Marcus and... Oh yeah, we're definitely going to do it until I open all the chests and stuff. Honestly, I kind of don't have a better way to kill the boss. I mean, we could use... I could give Roy, like, the rapier or something, but... This is kind of one of my better options, honestly. Ooh, I like that. I like that Walt. Love that for him. The rapier does kind of suck. I wonder if we have another armor slayer. Rapier does definitely blow. That was a great, yeah, that was a great level. They happen every once in a while. Yeah, Mo Hands, we're in the fight of our lives here. This is so stupid. I just want to see it hit once. Like, that's all I want. At least once. Do I have another Armor Slayer? I don't. Okay. I wonder if Lina can deal any damage. We could actually gain Lina a little bit of experience here while we're wasting our time. What's this all day? I just want to see it happen once. Oh, shit! And he hits! We just need him to hit one more time. Come on, Lott. Come on, Lott. Just 1 and 2, buddy. 1 and 2. Oh, damn. I believe. I believe. I believe, and I know chat believes, so. I feel like Lott has to kill this boss at this point. I mean, it just has to happen. No, that means it's 2 hits. Come on, Lott. Oh, shit! Oh, this guy's getting shit on. You love to see it. You really do. Oh my god, there's a chance. You tell me there's a chance. Alright, Lott, bring us home, buddy. Alright, that's fine. We have a while before he heals enough for this to not kill. This is so stupid. Oh god, I love it. Yeah, how is his X rank? I assume he's max. Yeah, he's A. You can check the Lina. Although at this rate, we're not even gonna have time to use the Lina for anything. Come on. Oh no, we got hit! No, we can't use the normal X. We gotta do it with the hammer. Yes! Oh my god, what a beast! Holy shit! He actually did it! I didn't think he'd ever do it! That was insane! Oh my god, this weight is so blessed! That was insane, those were all 10%. How did he do it? That was... okay, well. I'm happy. Oh my god, that was so sweet. This Lott is so sick. And he's almost a promotion too. Alright, let me... here, we can get Walt a little bit more experience and then we can get out of here. God, that was sick. Oh, he's definitely... yeah. Even before that, he was definitely getting our first Hero's Crest, that's for sure. Oh, okay. I may have just suicided Barth. Okay, this might have been bad. Oh, what the fuck? You can tell which enemies move first because nobody moved to Barth. All right, let's get our last kill here and then we can get out of here. God, that was so sick. That might be my favorite thing that's ever happened in Fire Emblem. Lott is so blessed. I get the chest, right? Yeah, we're chilling. Here, I can get the support because I will actually be using Lina. Barth is pretty bad. Yes, we are allowed to trade for. I know, I know she's the best character in the game, but We are in fact allowed to train for at least per my rules. Oh my god, that was great. That was amazing. All right, I want Lena, and I guess I want Wendy, and of course I want Lott because he's an absolute beast. I'll bring the Hero's Crest on him. Is there any way Lott's gonna really struggle against this boss? We might have to do the same thing we did last time. I mean, the Steel Blade kind of sucks, though. Lott will actually probably double. OJ's also usable, yep. He's S tier, yeah, exactly. She is worse than Roy, and Roy's usable, so obviously she's usable. Walmart Deke. Yeah, OJ is usable. I don't know if we're gonna use OJ or not. Because I want to promote Wade as well. But we could use OJ. I used him last time and he was something. Honestly, other than Rucker, I guess other than Rucker and Deke, basically every Hero's Crest user is usable in this game. There's Walmart Deke, and then there's Walmart Rucker. And then there's Lott Rutger. There's Lottiger, who's in a whole class of his own because he's such a beast. I really don't handle mercenaries very well. You know what's really dumb about this chapter is that these units are like level 3, which is like 10 levels lower than the previous chapter. The difficulty in this game is actually all over the map. Alright, I think we're good to go. Walmart Rucker over Rucker. Walmart means better, right? Dude, I still forgot to give Marcus the Silver Lance. I am a genius. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay, we have the Hero's Crest. We are ready and prepared for the promotion of champions. Dude, and he has 2 one-use Iron Axes. I don't know what I'm doing. What Lott did has officially blown my mind. I don't. This preparations for this were quite bad. Merciful Walmart Marcus. I mean, yes. Walmart Corral. Jagan is Walmart Marcus. I mean, this is basically the Walmart run. It's like every character we're using is just a Walmart version of, except for Lott. Except for Lott. $60 hit with the hand axe? I mean, we missed, but that's actually kind of good. Alright. Can we... I'm sure we get pretty good kills here. I think Wendy does not get one rounded. Okay, well. Dorcas Lott guy. I think... I like Bartrey and I like Lott. So I guess that's where I'm at as far as fighters go. What's the Walmart of Walmart? What's trashier than Walmart? I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't shop at the place that's trashier than Walmart, but it probably exists. Some weird thrift store. Sick level up. I was first Dorcas. I did really like Dorcas when I was a kid, but I really liked Bartrey because Bartrey had a 40% speed growth, and I really liked the speed stat. So I was all about it, even though he was terrible every time. Dollar Tree, that's a good one. Dollar Tree is the Walmart of Walmart. The ultimate Walmart. Forrest, what can you do? Almost killed. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like Bartree. I may be slightly biased by the fact that Bartree like carried our Fire Emblem 7 playthrough, but I don't know if Dorcas' speed is better. I think they're both dog shit. Yeah, I used to know the point where they like crisscrossed, where Bartree had as much speed as Dorcas, and it's pretty pathetic. It's not a good look for Bartree, let me tell you. Unsurprisingly. I know, Bartree was so good. I have a soft spot in my heart for Bartree. Because the problem was Dorcas kept dying on all our playthroughs. Plus, Bartree gets you Carla, who's like the best character in Fire Emblem 7, so he has that going for him. Yeah, dude, Darkus, our Bartree. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, so he wasn't that blessed in the end. I just gained him a lot of levels, but he was speed blessed like immediately. Here's the thing about Bartree. If he can be speed blessed immediately, and I mean like getting like the first 7 level ups, he gets speed, he's awesome. It's just he's not going to do that like ever. Yes, both units are both epic and have meme tier potential. That is very true. That is very true. I wanted to train both, but I kept losing Dorcas because I'm a failure. But Bartree, the big thing is that Bartree gives you Carla, and in the annals of meme history, Carla is way up there. Guy did put poison in his mutton. Guy put poison on the end of his poison and some mutton on the end of his sword, and then annihilated his life. Unfortunately, trust no one. Trust no one. Fire Emblem. Yeah, Tegan, I was I knew that you weren't here for the stream yesterday when she died. I was waiting for when you'd show back up and see that. It's a bummer. It was a really bad death too. Like it was really bad. It was not good. But we do trade Sue every time, and this time we just won't trade Sue. Unfortunately. This will actually... That's a halberd. Oh, that's... Alright, Marcus may be about to die. But we can at least give him a sword and have him have a shot here of not getting absolutely murdered. Oh. You know what's the saddest thing about the Sue death, Tegan, is that I was so confident that she'd survive that at one point I was suiciding Merlinus, and I was like, who can I trade the goddess icon he has onto? Because who's gonna stay alive so I can sell it later on in the chapter, and I gave it to Sue, and she died, and I didn't get to sell it. It's a sad time all around. It's a FE6 Axo won't hit. So true. Absolutely true. A true statement has never been said. I mean, I agree. When I saw the halberd, the second that I was like, okay, let's trade on the sword, I honestly wasn't that worried. Because let's face it. Although, to be fair, we did just see a 22% hammer hit 3 times. So, you never know, you know? Although that was on Lott, and that unit was not Lott. There are some things that only Lott can do. You know when you're like watching like a pro player stream a video game and they like do something and you're like, oh my god, how did they do that? And they're like, okay, well they're a pro player, so that's like the only reason they were. You know, you can't do that. That's Lott. You could try to emulate him, but I mean, come on. You're not Lott. You wish you were. IRL, exactly. We all wish we were Lott, but we're just not, you know? And that's fine. Okay, good. We're not in mercenary range. This is looking a little sus down here, I'm not gonna lie. You know what we're gonna do? Is this a good plan? I don't know. I'm gonna do it. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I guess I lied earlier when I said I was trying to trade Dorcas because I definitely wasn't. Then I let him Devil Axe a snag in the one playthrough. The second playthrough I was going to try to trade him. But... yeah, reality expectations are Bartry, and then reality is dying to a snag. Expectations Lott, reality wait. Yeah, that's another good one. Exactly. Reality is often disappointing. That's just the nature of it. Alright, well, it looks like Mr. Mage doesn't move. Unfortunately, there's two mercenaries up there, which is basically the bane of Lott's existence, but he's also been known to double mercenaries here and there, so maybe it won't be so bad. I don't really want to like pour a lot of experience into Lott because he's such a high level, but I do want to promote him by the boss because I'm not really sure how we're killing this boss, and it might very well come down to him. Oh, what a beast. Is Dorcas in Heroes? Isn't he in Heroes? If Dorcas wasn't in Heroes, I would be shocked. He's basically the poster child of Fire Emblem. Dorcas since 2018 Halloween. That's a travesty. There should be at least one Dorcas every year. I could check Wade for you. I think she's around 10, 11, and he's actually about to level up. Our Wade is less good than her. He's like the brother, you know? It's like, we really want to hang out with Lott, and then like Wade's there, and you're like, yeah, okay. I mean, Wade's a nice kid, but we really want to hang out with Lott. He's just always around, you know? But he's nice enough. Ooh, magic? I like that. Yeah, honestly, considering it's Wade, I wonder how blessed we are. He's actually gotten like 3 speed already, which is huge for him. It's mostly just that Wade is pretty bad. But our Wade is actually quite good. I'm actually curious. He's level 11, is that what I said? Yeah, he's supposed to have 7 speed, so he is speed and skill blessed. A little screwed on HP and defense, but that's okay. Is he really in Heroes? He references the Mutton and the Trust Nobody voice lines. All right, I never really played Heroes. I don't really have a means to, or not a means to, but like a want to. But I like that. I respect that. I respect them referencing the greatest Fire Emblem meme. Okay, you can't get to clearing. That's the most important thing. How much? What's your percentage here? I mean, this guy didn't move, so we should just attack Lott again. That's fine with me. Yes, clearing is our solo healer at the moment. It's not a great situation, I won't lie. But we're doing what we can. That's why we need to train and promote Lilina as quickly as we can. No burning fairies, shooting lords. Focus right over. People love Lords. Rad is interesting. I haven't heard anybody talk about Rad in quite some time. Yeah, I agree. But Lords, I mean, most of the people that vote for the kind of thing, like, that's just the thing that comes to their mind, right? It is unfortunate, but... You know, there are people who exist in the world right now, like, they're living in the world today, and they don't know about the Dorcas Mutton meme. Do you know that? It's a sad world we live in, truly. Not a good look for anyone. Arden memes. Oh, wow, I didn't know there were Arden memes. Dorcas memes are the best. We do live in a society. Thank you. I'm glad somebody finally said it. We absolutely live in a society. Sick level up. We voted for Rad. I don't even know. If I had 100 guesses, I'm not sure I'd ever come to Rad. But I respect that people are voting for Rad. It's certainly better than random Marth clone number 62. Is Rad really dope? Are there some like memes about Rad? Did we deal with the guys? No, we didn't. Not yet. Person's favorite flavor is water. True. There's a fanfic about Rad? Oh, is there? What a weird character. I mean, I'll admit I don't know that much about Rad. I'm not sure I've ever actually trained Rad on a playthrough, if I'm being honest. Rad Quets. Interesting. Story of Rad Quets, Corrupted Blade. Oh my god, this is a novel! Holy shit! Well, this got edited by Dom Draper. Nice. Damn. He's best. I mean, some people do just like the Lords a lot, which is fine. And some people write fan fictions about Rad. You know, we're all our own individuals. You know, nobody can take that away from us. This is a little sketchy, mostly because all of my units are terrible. But hopefully we can get Lilina kill here. I will say I do want to do a Shadow Dragon playthrough, like a low tier one, because there's so many units in that game that like I feel like have so much meme potential that we just didn't use. How dangerous is this? How fast are you? Okay, you wait down by one. Perfect. I just don't want Wade to get doubled. That makes me nervous. Oh, actually, this is just, yeah, they don't even have the movement to do anything. Just kill this guy. I think we're good. He's bringing Walt back up, which is great. Oh, can you get to there? Oh, perfect. We'll just do that. Easy. Walt down. I haven't done anything with Wendy yet, but we have other meme units to train here. It's all copium. Everything is always copium. For Crom or female pilot. You gotta love it. Obviously I've never voted in something like that before. I don't even know who I would vote for. Probably not Crom or female pilot. I can confirm that. I think if I was gonna vote anyone into heroes, I would probably just vote like characters from the GBA games that aren't in there that die a lot for me, because that way I have more heroes art to use on the death counter when they die. That's where my horse in this race lies. I don't know. Whatever word makes sense there. Cool. They voted for the NPC gatekeeper. Oh, I remember hearing something about that. So is that like a generic unit from like one of the games? I think I read something about that. Him being like put into heroes. Do you get brigand boss? Is there a brigand boss in there? All right, this is some decent meme potential. Man, if I can have my team be gatekeeper and random brigand boss, I might have to rethink not playing heroes. Dorcas is the best. People are so uncultured these days. Some people need some poison put in their mutton, if you catch my drift. Is this Cypher art and is playable in the Warriors game? Alright, we might be taking that meme a little too far. Now, granted, I'm not aware of the Gatekeeper meme. I don't remember him from Three Houses, so I'm sure it's a fantastic meme. All I know is Dorcas. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Lilina. So Lilina, I am 100% training her, and hopefully we can make her a healer because, yeah, as you noted, we are down to just one healer. So ideally, we can promote Lilina as quickly as possible. I'm gonna try to go kind of hard on her. It sounded weird, but I'm gonna try to train her, and yeah, hopefully we can get a second healer out of her. That would be really good. There's also Hugh, who I horribly messed up last time, but hopefully we can maybe not mess up this time, but we'll see when we get there. It's a meme for the newborns. Everybody needs their own memes, you know? For the love of the meme. Alright, let's do this. I think both these guys move. Use everything scary. I know there's a Killing Edge guy down here. Oh, it is that guy. But he doesn't move. But who cares? From the... Oh, are you talking about the manga? It took me a long time to figure out what... Because obviously there's the or is it the Elsword, the Gantlance, and the Tina staff? It took me so long to figure out what that was referencing. I always thought it was something from Thracia, because there's a healer named Tina in Thracia. But yeah, I never read those manga, but I know they're from them. Is Rad really good? Like the unit in Shadow Dragon? I don't remember. I feel like he's just a Myrmidon, right? Maybe he's good. I'm definitely not an expert in Shadow Dragon. Memorable lines. Exactly. Dorcas is perfect. I agree. Dorcas is our perfect little boy. You double this guy? Is that a question? Such a beast. Okay. I just want to hit him once. One of two, hopefully. Because this way we'll get to 20 and be able to promote. Then I won't have to... Nice. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Of course we got another speed. Why wouldn't we get another speed? We have 18 speed. Why wouldn't we have 18 speed? That makes perfect sense. We're living in the upside down right now. Alright, well, what is he supposed to be at? I'm curious how blessed he is now. He's supposed to have 13 speed. So we remain 5 blessed in speed. Which is, you know, pretty cool. What a beast. It's kind of mediocre. Yeah, that's so somebody on YouTube when I was making the low tier runs had mentioned doing Shadow Dragon, and I think it'd be really cool. My problem with doing a Shadow Dragon run like low tier is that I don't know what the tiers would look like in Shadow Dragon. I've never made a tier list. But if I can figure out a tier list, I think it'd be really fun to do, because there's a lot of units I never used in that game. Or maybe we'll just play through the game and use some fun units. I don't know. Who knows? The world's our oyster. That is a good point. That is a good point, Zaharkus. Definitely the name Dorcas helps the meme quite a bit. Because Dorcas is just such a great name. Dorcas is a funny name, exactly. That's a lot of speed, nice. There's so many Lott puns going around. I love it. I love it a lot. Alright, do this. Let's promote Lott. It is time. Who has my Hero's Crest? Roy does. Nice. Candidate for the joke. Oh yeah, the name Dorcas is just funny. I mean, Dork is literally in it, and it's just bizarre. It's 100% has something to do with his name. That's for sure. Oh my, he's so strong. He has 15 defense. What the fuck? Oh my god. All right, well. So he's not supposed to get to 20 speed until he's level 16 warrior. Who are you? Oh, I don't know. I gotta watch that. Hold on. We gotta watch the video. Wait, this isn't the right video. The video doesn't just come up when I type in what happened to Dorcas. What the? That should be illegal. Okay. Hold on. This might be loud.
No man can be trusted. Happened to
Oh, I didn't even just say who are you. It does say who are you right after he says it. Build an army, trust nobody. Fire. God, this is so good. It's so good. Why does it say who are you? Why does it say who are you? That's so funny. Oh my god. I never noticed that. It's a lot of defense. I think everyone in this chat has done a lot pun thus far. Anyone who hasn't, feel free to make your own Lott pun. God, that commercial's so good. That commercial's so good that I can like, you can like show it to people who only vaguely know Fire Emblem, and it's still hilarious. Like I have friends who don't really play Fire Emblem, but they know what it is, and you can just show it to them, and it's just great. It's just so funny. It's like a layered meme too, because there's like the in of knowing who Dorcas is, but you don't even need that. It's just such a great commercial. It's just so good. Does he have 52 HP? I didn't even notice that part. Holy fuck, he does. Oh my god. Who the fuck is this character supposed to be? Oh, I don't know. Wait, now I don't know. I assume it's not. I don't know. What is the beginning? He says something funny at the beginning too, right?
The drums of war are beating. No man can be trusted.
No man can be trusted. I'm watching Game of Thrones or something. Oh god, it's so good. Just flawless execution. I'd love to meet the person that made that. If there was a podcast out there where somebody talked to the person that like had creative freedom on that trailer, I'd love to know their thought process. I mean, I guess I know their thought process, which was I've never played Fire Emblem before, but I have to sell it. Great level up, Walt. Love you. Exactly. It's like it's so funny because not only is trust nobody like not doesn't make any sense for Fire Emblem, but it like doubly makes no sense because you're supposed to trust a shit ton of people. Actually, there's constantly enemies who you're recruiting in your army. Does it the first level cringe? Oh, a trust nobody run of Fire Emblem 7? If they're random, you don't use them? And we also need Dorcas to die, of course. Oh man. That might be the best idea I've ever heard in my life. I don't know exactly how we would do that. I guess any enemy we can't use. I like that. I like that a lot. Trust no one. Playing Fire Emblem as the trailer man intended. Build an army, trust no one. That does sound great. God, what a great commercial. Should save this. I haven't even liked this video. What is wrong with me? Alright, I'll like it, so at least I can get back to it. Yeah, Boogie, that's what I think that's what Hollow was saying. They reference it in Heroes, which is pretty dope. It's pretty nice that they're leading into the meme. Trust no one. It's great too because that like I don't know. It's just all great, you know. Like Dorcas is a character too, just has nothing to do with any of that. Like, what a great commercial. What? 10 out of 10 commercial. These guys don't move. I literally just rescued Clarion so the archer can attack her, and then I just put her where the archer can attack her. Well, this archer sucks. He can't kill her anyways, and those units don't move, so I don't know what I'm worried about. But just thinking about that commercial now. It's a bad button, but I feel fine otherwise. Trust no one. Really, that's his deployment. That's his deploy line. That's funny. Trust no one. Dorcas, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Trust no one. My man has a. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just run it. Oh no, he's getting crit! Ah. What are we gonna do? I love just taking crits on the chin. Just doesn't care. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Myrmidon moves. But this guy, despite being very scary with his killing edge, does not move. Thankfully. Yeah, I think I watched. I think somebody made a video once that like was detailing all the old Fire Emblem commercials. They're all amazing. Most of them are just like weird Japanese commercials because Japanese commercials are weird. But the Dorcas one is definitely it's definitely the best. But there are some great ones. I'll just pick up Lilina. I mean, you can come attack Dorcas. I mean, Lott. Whatever his name is. I got Dorcas on the brain. Oh, don't go to fire. Crit had a lot of damage. Nice. We're just doubling everybody. Well, this is a link to the past. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I think my browser just crashed. I can hear the audio. I think it's playing. Okay, hold on. I'm assuming my... Yep. It loves doing this. I feel like every time I stream at like the 2-hour mark, it like freezes and my controller doesn't work. Hold on, let me reopen my browser. What if it wants to reopen? Okay. Yeah, hold on. Stream should still be good. Okay. Legend of Zorlda. What the fuck is this? This is really bizarre. What the fuck is this? Oh, he does his little spin around, he's doing his Link moves. At least the person that made this commercial knows what the Legend of Zelda is. What the fuck? Oh my god, that was so good. Alright, here, I'll link it again, but this is what Phoenix just linked in the chat. I would highly recommend watching this. It's an amazing video. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we don't trust Priscilla Raven. Sending strangers like Rebecca. I feel like definitely not Guy. We definitely don't trust Guy, that's for sure. I'd say just like red units that you recruit would be unusable on a trust nobody run. But I don't know. Alright, anyways, back to the game. Now that my browser's crashed and I watched that video, we can complete this chapter. How do we want to do this? Actually, that's not bad. I'm gonna have to just look up a bunch of like old video game commercials. Ooh, defense. They're so good. Ooh, Ahmed's Wade and I can't. How do you pronounce the S-bow? Muliger? However you pronounce it, I am in for that. Honestly, that's not even that unfeasible considering I think Lott is going to be using quite a bit of bows. Here, right? Why is Link female and why is she hot? I love it. Why is Link female and why is she hot? Why do I love her? Japanese are an interesting people, you know. I'm sure when they watch our stuff, it's bizarre, but man, their commercials are something, and their game shows. I had there was a run a while ago at this point, but I had Armad's OJ. I was pretty excited about that. That's probably the only like meme S rank weapon I've ever had anybody use. Armad's OJ, but if we could S rank bow Lott. The problem is you can't double S rank in the GBA games, right? That's how that works. That's why it's so hard to do. Or maybe you can. I don't know. Because the problem is that we're going to get to S rank axes before we get to S rank bows, obviously. And I don't know if we can do both. Oh, what the? This is like grotesque. Why is Kirby? What the fuck? Alright, number one, I'm sure that's supposed to be a finger, but it looks like a giant penis. Which is not a great look, considering Kirby looks like a testicle. Also, this voice is like oddly seductive. Is that? Hold on. Okay, I hope this isn't too loud. Does this sound seductive to anybody else?
You can use your finger to keep Kirby on the right path and out of trouble. Kirby Canvas Curse for Nintendo DS. Rated E for everyone.
I'd love to keep Kirby on the right path, yeah. Oh yeah. That's a great commercial. Alright, Brazilian butt wax, yeah, enjoy your night, man. Wait, where did I put Bortree? Wait, what do you mean? I mean, Bartree's S rank, of course, but I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I think I am gonna have him kill the bow with the boss. I mean, kill the boss with a bow. All right, Wheelie. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. No problem. I don't think I'm gonna stream for that much. This will probably be my last chapter, honestly. I just had some time. But I think this will probably be the end for tonight. Anyways, it's been a fun night though. Why are you addressing me by my name? Yes, we'll see Lott with the bow. We will. I'm curious how he'll do with an axe, though. I like the random use of my name, though. It's good. Oh, Phoenix, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I appreciate the old video game commercial links. Thanks for the follow as well. I do want to train his bow rank. Maybe we can do double S. Because the thing is, that was a really good level up. I did get, like I said, I did do OJ Armads once. And I feel like OJ just gets to S swords automatically. So I don't know how I did that if... maybe I'm lying. Maybe I didn't even do that. But I'm pretty sure I did. Do you actually get doubled by that guy? Lilina. Is it crazy to train Noah? I feel like Noah might not be the worst option in the world. How is... Wow, did you just get hit by the 28%? How is Noah... Hold on. I'm actually curious what Noah... I don't know if I've ever promoted Noah, honestly. Promoted Noah is 14 strength, 15 skill, 15 speed. That's not bad at all. I mean, his growth suck, but... not terrible. I just remember weird old memes. It really does, though. It really does. These chapters do suck. Once we get to the Isles, it'll pick up a little bit. But this is the portion of the game that I always struggle with a little bit because it's pretty boring. Dante Luigi Bombanieri. Dante Luigi Bombanieri. I don't know how you knew my full name. That's kind of insane. I like that I struggled to pronounce it too. We know each other in real life. Give Lott the bow immediately. Lott is a bow. I gave him a bow. Yeah, he's a bow. I'm curious how this goes. 23%. All right. As much fun as it was to do with the hammer, that's not a ton better. But we're not in support range. I can get the support over there. Hold on. Jesus Christ! Why does everybody suck? Yeah, not doubling was not exactly a great look for him. That is a good point. I can deal 10 damage. 0 hit. I like that. That I like a lot. Okay, wait. Can you just hit this? All right. Well, perfect. What a beast. Okay, sweet. Lena can get a kill. I don't honestly care that much about Lena level ups. I just really want her to get to a sage so that we can heal. That's her main purpose. Alright, let's start bowing down this boss. You know what? This doesn't look that insane, but this boss is like pretty ridiculous. So doubling and being able to deal 7 damage on 53 hit is not actually that bad. Okay, it's down to 49. I wonder if he doubles. Oh, we crit! Oh, shit! What a beast! Oh my god. The Legend of Lott just keeps going, you know? What an absolute beast. I don't love that. What a Chad. Don't love that. What about this? No, I think it's going to have to be Bartrey. Alright, well, I'm going to give you one chance. Because he could crit. Now, he just saw Lott do it. I feel like, you know, he saw Lott do it. It'd be really cool if he did it. Oh, he did it! He actually did it! Holy shit! That's amazing! Walt is such a beast! That was awesome! That's a fucking terrible level up. Oh my god. Oh. That was awesome. God, what an amazing and yet terrible unit all at the same time. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, 5 points. Pog and yet not Pog. Story of Walt. Oh my god, that was so sick. Dude, the last 2 boss kills have been so sweet. Holy crap. What a coincidence. No, I made him do it. I willed it into existence, you know? Oh, God, that was sweet. Fucking Walt, man. Alright, we finally made it to the Isles. Win himself while teabagging. Oh my god, that's great. We'll have a sweet maneuver teabag and then wet himself. Alright, well, like I said, this is where I'm going to end the stream for tonight. This has honestly been... I know we derailed it quite a bit, but this has been a super fun stream. I don't have anybody to put on the death counter, so we don't need to do that, which is nice. Hold on, I want to watch this commercial one more time.
The drums of war are beating. No man can be trusted. What happened to Gorka? I put poison in his mouth.
Build an army, trust nobody. Fire Emblem, only on Game Boy Advance. Rated everyone.
I love the Who Are You, it's so good. Alright, well, as always, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I should be able to stream tomorrow, so we'll keep going with this. I know these last two streams have been a little shorter, but I hope they were enjoyable. Lott is a god now. Yeah, cool to see you back, Zarkus. So yep, everybody enjoy the rest of your nights, and I will see you next time.